I heard this and I read this. I was like, this is interesting. This sounds like a great opportunity. But, I had to run it by our wonderful financial expert. I talk to her every other week. She's a former investment banker. She's the founder of Kids Who Bank, really dope organization, has financial literacy classes for young people in 217 schools nationwide. You can get more info from her on that at info@kidswhobank.com. And in the meantime, please give your attention to the super intelligent Jatali Bellanton. Jatali, when you hear this story, what do you think?
Um, I think it's interesting. It's a very smart business idea because, of course, now they might give you that startup, but long term, how much money are they making back profit from every
Mm,
person who files taxes with this company? And
mm,
there's like we see the power in black dollars, let's be honest. Especially when the movie Black Panther came out, we saw them break the box office around the world. So I think that other demographics, other cultures are now realizing the power that our dollars truly have, and they want to tap into that. And what other way are people going to now flock towards this tax geek company because people of color are going to be like, oh, they gave $112 million to black people to open up
mm,
businesses. Granted, they're going to be making that money quadruple, probably 300% back.
mm,
And on top of that, now they're going to have black people who are pro-black that are probably running to flock to their company. So I'm
mm.
not pro, I'm not against it. I just would
Interesting.
have loved if this was a company that was created by a person of color that was doing this for people of color. So, but that's maybe asking for too much, and that's where I get a little pro-black, and the Black Panther in me comes out. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, I definitely nod to any organization working to be more diverse. So
Yeah.
and they say that they've had a bunch of applicants that want to become American Tax Geeks franchise owners, but this director of operations, he says, but we want to see more diversity with our franchise owners. We have apportioned specific amounts of resources. They say that they want at least 20% of their franchise locations to be owned by African Americans. If you are listening to this and you're interested, you can go to americantaxgeeks.com. That's americantaxgeeks.com. So, yeah. Jatali, what's going on?
Interesting. I mean, yeah, man. I hear stuff like that, and I'm just excited. I want our people to take these moments. I always say that integration is not the worst thing, right? So in a sense that people go, oh, you have this organization. Is it only black people in your organization? And I'm like, no. Like our board members open to all races and all colors, and I feel like we tried to divide it and conquer, and it didn't work. It's time to do unite and conquer, especially
Mm,
amongst each other. So
I mean, I like this annual gross income. It says around $200,000. I mean, that's pretty
that's not bad.
dope. I'm
It's not
just saying.
for
I'm just
for a
saying.
startup, it's not bad, but
But
gotta
it's
read that
work.
fine print.
Takes work, right?
It's
Read the fine
work.
print. It takes work.
Read
So
that fine
that's a
print.
great tip. Do you have any other advice today? What are we talking about?
So today we're discussing this wave of robo advisors and the pros and cons. Do you know what a robo advisor is?
No.
So, we're in this tech AI, artificial intelligence world.
Hmm.
And so a lot of financial advisors are now starting to be replaced by these robo advisors, which are robot advisors, AI advisors.
Mm.
And it's little to minimal um, working with humans. Instead of humans, now it's predominantly AI, and there's mathematical rules and algorithms utilized to help people invest their money in their portfolio. So this has become like a thing now. A lot of financial advisors are like, because some of their jobs are being replaced by these robo advisors, which are these online platforms that are predominantly robotic. So I wanted to talk about three companies that are at the top of the game right now when it comes to that.
Okay, so a robot, when I call companies, I actually prefer to talk to a human. I'm the one that repetitively dials zero, 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 pound, 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 human, human, human.
So I'm going to be honest, having worked in the finance world, there's a way that my brain looks at numbers that I realize not everyone's brain does the same analytically when I've done analysis work in the investment banking world. And there were times that I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was like, I wish I had another robot that, like a person whose brain was more
Mm.
robotic. So me personally, although I do mostly like dealing with humans, I have a robo advisor account myself with Schwab Intelligent, which is one of the companies I'm going to list. And the reason why I did it is because I wanted to see, well, what is this company, this robot gonna catch that maybe I'm missing? Will it tell me some investment ideas that I didn't think about? And I think it's just a good option to honestly just be well-rounded, especially when some people just can't afford to honestly to have a financial advisor who's handling their portfolio or have
Okay.
that much
All
money.
right. All right. So let's get to it. What you got?
So first, I'm going to deal with Wealthfront. So the pro with Wealthfront is that they have an account which is can be free up until $5,000, and you only need a minimum of $500 to start. So with $500, you can open up an account to invest with, and then up until $5,000, they don't charge you any fees for helping you create and balance your account. But there are no large balance discounts like when you have a regular financial advisor. So that's one of the cons with that website. But Wealthfront, once again, is really a cool company that has done a lot, and I've noticed people are doing good with. Then there's Sophie. Now, if you are a new
How do you spell
investor,
that? Sophie?
Sofi.
Sofi. I feel like I've heard of it. Okay.
Yeah, Sophie has been doing a lot of promotion. You'll see them on Instagram, social media. They've been putting a lot of money into marketing. That was the first thing that made me notice them was the fact that I feel like when companies put a lot of money in marketing, it makes me look at you twice because I know that that means you actually have a plan oftentimes. And so I've had a few college students who were interested, and the fact that Sophie has 0% management fee, with an account minimum of only $100. I've also suggested this to college students, like, hey, check out Sophie if you want to have a robo advisor and you can't afford an actual financial human advisor yet. And so the fee with the account minimum of 100, they have a broad range of how your cost investments are, you can invest in. So there's a lot of different ways you can invest, and they give you this broad range, which I think is better than some of the other companies that are kind of limited with depending how much money you're investing with. The only thing I will say is not all companies are listed. And of course, the less money that you have to play with, you don't really get human interaction. The more money you have to play with, then you get a human interaction.
Okay.
And for the investor who's more advanced, let's say if you have a financial advisor, let's say you have $25,000 or more to have in an account to trade with, my personal favorite is Schwab Intelligent Portfolio. So Schwab Intelligent Portfolio, I like it because they also have like this amount, they have an account minimum of $5,000, but if you have that minimum, then there's zero management fee. And if you have 25,000 more, that to trade with and that you're going to keep in the account rotation, then they also give you access to the top advisors. So for $30 a month, these top advisors will give you an opinion and help you create a portfolio. So for $300, they create your portfolio and an attack plan for you that you should stick to. And then if you want additional conversations with these top financial advisors, and I mean they have some of the top people in the top firms that are
So,
working
but
for them.
these are computers, $30 a month for the computer,
No,
or
that's a human being in addition to the computer.
okay, for $30 a
So
month. That's interesting.
so
Okay.
$30 a month. So the $300 initial for them to create a plan package for you, and then $30 additional a month, you can continue having access to people who might have, if you didn't have 50,000 or $100,000 in your portfolio, you wouldn't have had access to them. These same people now with this program and platform for $25,000 will give you the same access and
Wow.
still your portfolio.
All right, Jatali. So, of course, whenever you share, it's always really dope, and I'm always taking notes. You all, that's Jatali Bellanton with Kids Who Bank. If you want to check her out and get some advice, and also possibly get your kids some advice and training on how to make money, go to info@kidswhobank.com. Thanks, Jatali.
You're welcome. See you soon.